Yeah, g'day all. I thought I'd just do let's explain exactly what everything is, just down to a sum it up, basically straight out what everything is. So, when we're on the outside of the chessboard, what we are is basically electromagnetic, self-aware consciousness energy, or what you understand inside is as spirit, but we're positive and negative. There's the male energy and the masculine and the feminine energy. And on the outside, we sit in an electromagnetic chessboard game, which is basically created by the Father in heaven. So, yes, we do still have a creator, those that fucking spin out and want to fucking basically trip out and fucking say, oh, well, that must mean there's no creator. Yes, there is a creator. The creator created the chessboard game in heaven for us to actually go in as sons of God to experience physicality. Before we come into here, we chose an experience. We actually choose our path before we even come in. So every path is a path to enlightenment, but it's just different experiences that will take you. Some paths aren't supposed to end with the other higher frequencies that others will get. Some are NPCs, so they're not even going to get on a path themselves. They're just construct. So when we are brought through to when we join up as spirit on the outside and we telepathically join together through our kundalinis and our chakra points, basically the electromagnetic energy fields, we create through telepathy. We create this giant vortex of energy that comes up in a spiral transformation and then turns into one giant ball of manifested consciousness, which is what we inside actually deem God, or the universal life force that controls everything, yada yada yada, that created everything, yada yada yada. Now, when we go up, that's also the reference to the spiral staircase and shit and many occultic fucking crap. But so then we come through, we go through the top, and we come down into the body, and when you're actually being formed after the vibration is created inside the matrix that allows you as spirit to transform by traveling along that energy frequency, then manifesting as a physical body. The physical body grows before you're even into it. So the reason why that God has allowed abortions and stuff like that is because you're not even a spirit in that body yet. It's actually just a shell waiting. So when you get into it, you then get indoctrinated to your mother's DNA from the umbilical cord and everything like that. Then you're actually indoctrinated to become physical. You forget through everything that you knew as spirit. You get amnesia. You forget the experience that was planned out by your spirit because, hey, when you join into a game and you don't know it's a game, it's the best kind of game, especially when the game is designed to be a detective game to raise vibrational frequency of your spirit and to awareness so you can actually return back to what you actually knew from the very beginning before you come in. And basically then you're indoctrinated with all of the programs and everything inside of your life that change you away from understanding what you actually did when you first come in, because you're a child, you actually still remember that you yourself are here to have fun, and that's all it was. You know, you could smash shit, you could run a market, play with your friends. You just didn't give a shit because you knew that you were here to have fun. It's only after the physical indoctrination of judgment and stereotype and peer and everything like that that is designed to take you away from what you already knew to start with. Even though that even as a child we were reverse psychologically programmed with cartoons and everything like that to tell you the truth of what the actual reality really is as a message from the outside, as a early childhood wake up for your detective game for you can have an understanding later on in life. Then we've just advanced now to the point that we understand everything that's going on. We're inside where a lot of people are remembering of what everything really is, and the only way that we can change anything inside of here right now is we are all that electromagnetic light beam energy inside of all of us, and we are through the chakra points and the kundalini connected through the tether and the crown, which goes to the giant brain and the source, which we manifest from the outside as spirit, which we create, like I said before. But inside, we're all becoming a more awakened as more of the collective starts to wake. It starts to bring a pattern that will go through each frequency, and basically everyone will wake up eventually, and the whole world will come back to the actual true enlightenment of understanding the laws of duality, and everything is created by perfect design only for a message for us on the inside to get the understanding to return to spirit, because us on the outside we create from a universal unity of our spiritual energies that connect together as spirit, and we become one. Us on the inside play the game by splitting up into individual personality and creating identity, and then the diversity that we create throughout the world by splitting countries, splitting races, everything like that is designed for us to overcome and understand there is no such thing as judgment, and what we've got to do for that is to actually love the whole of creation unconditional, and then you can actually understand that it's all designed to be one, and you can understand why the Illuminati do this one world order shit. you can understand why everything is the way it actually is, and there's peace to it, there's bliss to it, because when you can see the design and when it's laid out for you and shown to you, it is right there in front of you all the time. And when you have connection to source, there's no undeniable fact or anything of the physical that can actually deny what is really there, because the first-hand experience will only allow you to always understand what you understand as knowing, and that's exactly what we all get. We have to all connect back to the giant brain and get our knowing again. And when there's knowing, that the whole design of the construct, the program, the codes of consciousness, everything in here will be so changed to a dramatic change that people will see a bizarre chaos, but because understanding of enlightenment has been brought to everyone in the first hand, and they've all had the first hand experiences of understanding why it has to happen and why it looks the way it does, well, then we can actually understand what it was all about. And that's basically to create this reality as a game. As we come into here, we wanted it to be a game, but because we are filled with such divine love and spirit and energy on the outside, that when we come in here, we forgot our path and we started trying to create the inside exactly how it is on the outside. And the factual law of duality and creation is that's just not how it's designed, and it will never ever be that way. So striving for a unified world under all positive or unified world under all negative is just bizarre. It will always be balanced. It's just that we ourselves have to figure out and understand that those laws of balance can be put into the manifested matrix in other manifestations that change the frequency away from what it is to something else that allows it to be a more of a controllable frequency that we can then live with and still sit in that balance. So there's a lot more to it that I could explain. I could explain so much more from the first-hand experience, from seeing what I know, and just everything. So peace, love, and respect all, and I thought I'd chuck that up. But if you do want to know the full understanding, like explaining with going into quantum physics, astrophysics, understanding like Max Planck, Einstein, like a few other, or even a bit of Madame Curie of what was actually going on with there. I wrote a bit about that. But all of the things that's in the book, it explains the electromagnetic body, your spiritual body, every single thing around you, the reason why it exists, the religion, why everything inside of this construct that is actually the way it is a calling for remembrance as you to return to spirit, as the whole of everything is designed for that. And we've gone now through to the path in only 50 years of technological advancement, that we've gone to bypass anything that we've ever had in the past, and we needed to do that, like I said many times before, for us right now to get the understanding of what we're supposed to understand. Because if these other codes of consciousness weren't already inbuilt and physically manifested inside of the matrix for us to get understanding, we wouldn't have got the understanding that we're at the level of the understanding we were ready to receive. So peace, love, and respect all, and I thought that helps help a few people out there understand what's going on. The Mandela effect is nothing to be scared of. It's not a big fucking thing. Wow, wow, wow. It's just a part of our understanding in the shift of consciousness for us to understand that there's quantum parallel realities, and that basically we exist quantumly all the time, and we are linked through energy frequency. Well, that's what you understand exactly after you've shifted, because, hey, you're not in the same body as what you were before, the reality, so, you get it. So, yeah, don't worry about it. I explain in the book all about the Mandela effect. I don't go so much into effects themselves. I did a few effects just to explain the laws of duality and what actually happens with them all the time. But the main thing of what really happened, how it was manipulated, what messages were put into here before the Mandela effect happened, like including what the head of the nuclear research department said, that they said themselves. I'll put the quotes in there. A few other things from other magazines from in the past that pointed out to different factual things that I say. A lot of the chakra explanations explaining how different frequencies of manifestation inside here, which we call emotions and stuff like that, then they change the outcome of our physical and our spiritual body working together, and then physical pains actually manifested and blah, 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 blah. Like I said, I've got a lot of stuff from when I was younger and that I'm still trying to fix. So, but it's all getting there, mate, and it's, life goes on, and that's how you have to be, isn't it? So, peace, love, and respect, everyone. I thought I'd chuck this out there so you can get more of a grasp and an understanding of what I'm saying. basically we understand already all the time, all of our lives, that we've been spirit and soul, and we've been indoctrinated away from it. Like many would have been brought into this world, went to Sunday school and everything like that, and actually been brought up some kind of religious indoctrination stereotype when you were younger, so it takes you into that program of the Matrix when exactly you should have just been following your own program, basically, and then looking for your own path to returning to your own knowing, which is enlightenment when you reach source and you reconnect. So, but it's a bizarre matrix filled with many puzzles, many programs. The system itself is so divinely created to bring understanding, and that's the whole understanding of what the whole world is really about. So peace, love, and respect all, and I thought I'd chuck that out and explain a bit more of the insight of what's really going on, and let you know that if you want, that there's 370 pages in the book. It's professionally worded. It's got professional diagrams, everything like royalty. It cost me quite a bit to get it all done. Like yeah, and you'll be blown away. Many people have had it right now, and they're very happy. Like what it says, the information that it brings, and it basically gives you an understanding in a time of chaos. The reason why everything right now has to be the way it is, and if it wasn't the way it is, then we wouldn't be even anywhere near becoming a next ascension as spirit to get to the understanding of what it is to return back to the full source, which is the creator of this physical reality that we create as spirit on the outside. But for us to do this on the inside, we all have to become one, and we have to join up and actually create the one like the outside on the inside, and then this matrix can fucking be fucked off. And that's exactly what the plan is. That's exactly what will manifest in the future. A lot more things are going to manifest come pretty soon as well, because technology is advancing so fast right now, and the fact that we're beginning to get the understanding to be able to shift consciousness already from animals in China or that, and then replace it into a cloned animal that actually, you know what I mean? So we're getting there, and yeah. So peace, love, and respect all. I thought I'd chuck that up and let you have a hear about what I say straight out. So, and if you're interested and it resonates with you, check out the book. With the exercises, use repetition, and repetition can actually train that subconscious to actually remember exactly naturally what it actually does, because the conscious program actually always forces indoctrination, and indoctrination is a hard thing to fight once you've had that all of your life. So you keep reprogramming it over and over again until you start to understand to think directly from your subconscious, as your subconscious is the 30,000 times more stronger energy field anyway. So peace, love, and respect all, and yep, I hope you're all good, and I'll get back to you soon. All right, peace.